Now on Sunrise, a pledge to Portland. Mayor Keith Wilson makes his first State of the City address, what he's saying about the city's future. Plus, a closer look at the police pursuit that took officers across 2 cities. Your news starts now. Good morning and thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Libby Dowsett. Your headlines are coming up, but first let's check in with Daisy Caballero with a look at our weather. Yeah. Big changes.
Big changes ahead for sure, especially after looking at the beautiful weather that we saw yesterday. I mean, 77 yesterday, 82 on Thursday. I'd love to say we're going to keep it going, but we are going to take a little break before we welcome in a little bit more of those beautiful sunny-filled days with some warm temperatures as well. But good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday to you. Thanks for joining us. So what we're currently dealing with is, yes, a little bit different. Some spotty showers, actually, and a band of showers has passed through the I-5 corridor this morning, and then we'll transition into seeing more light spotty showers throughout the day, though a lot of sunshine in store for the second half. 51 degrees. Last check out at PDX. It is, of course, a bit cloudy this morning. Quick look at your current temperatures. 49 degrees over in Beaverton, also for Tiger, 47 for Westland, 48 over in Gresham, 50 for Troutdale, and 48 degrees for Kaiser, 46 down in McMinnville. So a look ahead for everyone. We'll probably start off the day in the upper 50s, mid 50s for some folks over to the Oregon coast by noon, and then warming up for the most part, the low 60s, if not the upper 50s. But there's a lot to look forward to. As we mentioned, a cool and mainly dry weekend, but a warm up that you're not going to want to miss. I'll let you know all the details coming up. Libby, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. We begin this half hour with the police pursuit caught on camera. The man behind the wheel of that stolen car just learned he'll spend 2 years behind bars. Alma McCarty has the details and more video of that pursuit.
Spotted outside a Gresham Fred Meyer. First by PDX stolen cars, then confirmed by Portland police. The late January sighting kicking off a half-hour pursuit across the city.
A very hard attempt to avoid police in this situation to not be captured in the stolen vehicle.
That vehicle stolen just 4 days prior.
Kept walking back and forth for like 10 minutes, trying to convince myself it's got to be here somewhere.
Chelsea Blando soon discovered her car, a 2016 Kia Soul, was gone, taken from right outside her Northeast Portland apartment.
But I was like, it's not going to happen on my car.
And although it did, officers would let her know rather quickly what happened.
They caught him. They called me like right as they were like putting him in the car, basically. And so the call was, hey, we just chased your car for 35 minutes. We had to spike all 4 of the tires and pit it.
Multnomah County Deputy DA Cody Linderholm explains that followed all kinds of reckless driving, as observed overhead.
At I think 90 miles an hour at one point in time, going through a parking lot, almost hitting a pedestrian, etc.
Officers arrested 42-year-old Ryan Van Horn, and 3 months later, he pleaded guilty to unauthorized use of a vehicle and recklessly endangering another person.
And he apologized to the victim, but he said he didn't actually steal it, but he knew it was stolen.
But you were in the stolen car and you still ran from the police.
And Chelsea says she only had about $2,000 left to pay off. While disappointed, she says she's ultimately grateful that someone was held accountable.
He needs to be put away for some time, so hopefully he can learn.
The DA says Van Horn will spend 2 years in prison. He also told us during the past few years, they've seen far fewer stolen vehicles every month, due in part to their auto theft task force. The suspect accused of shooting and killing another man in downtown Portland is going to prison for more than a decade. That shooting happened back in October of 2023. Prosecutors say Demetris Vaughn shot and killed 34-year-old Saul Escado Villatoro in the back after a fight near Southwest 5th in Washington. Thursday, he pleaded guilty to manslaughter and was sentenced to 13 years in prison. This morning, a Tigard police officer faces multiple charges. Washington County prosecutors say he lied on a search warrant. It appears that led to prosecutors dropping a case against a person facing felony drug charges. Officer Jacob Teeney pleaded not guilty in court Friday. He faces 3 charges, including official misconduct in the first and second degree. All of the charges involved a search warrant affidavit for a drug case. According to court documents, the case was tossed out after it was discovered evidence was obtained during an unlawful search. Tung Yin, a law professor at Lewis and Clark Law School, talked about why that may have happened.
If all the charges are based on the evidence that was obtained as a result of the defective warrant, well, then without the evidence, then they would have to dismiss the case because they wouldn't be able to prove it.
According to Oregon law, Teeney could face jail time if he's found guilty. His next scheduled court appearance is June 6th. A house fire in Gresham destroyed a home Friday. Gresham Fire got a call just after 11 a.m. for a fire on Northeast 24th Street. The flames were out by the time our crew arrived, but you can see just how damaging that fire was to a portion of the home. Parts of the outside completely charred. Investigators say several animals were saved, and the fire appears to have started in the kitchen. Last night, Portland Mayor Keith Wilson gave his first State of the City address. He celebrated wins, renewed pledges, and hinted at what his first city budget will include when it comes out Monday. Catherine Cook has our story.
121 days ago, I entered City Hall with new eyes.
In his first State of the City address, Mayor Keith Wilson called Portland the greatest city in the nation before vowing to make it better. On stage at Franklin High School, he acknowledged Portland Public Schools' massive budget shortfall, tied in part to its 10% enrollment drop.
If we restore public safety and livability, we're going to welcome an influx of those families, jobs, and investment. And that's why the sense of urgency is so palpable at City Hall right now.
Wilson also noted momentum in Portland, like the city's effort to bring in Major League Baseball. State lawmakers just passed a funding bill that would support construction of a new ballpark. He celebrated efforts to rebuild the Portland Mercado and plans to open the James Beard Public Market downtown.
That's going to be our new living room, and we're going to invite the state to participate in Portland.
On Monday, Wilson will release his first city budget. He said it's focused on getting the city back to basics amid its $93 million budget gap.
My budget prioritizes core services, community assets, public safety, and green leadership. We're also going to strengthen funding to clean our streets, fill our potholes, and remove graffiti.
Amid federal actions, the mayor said Portland is holding fast as a sanctuary city and remains focused on ending unsheltered homelessness.
I continue to believe the best days of our city are ahead of us and that the Portland Renaissance that we all want is within our reach. Thank you.